Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been looking forward to this project since October of last year. And if you've been following me since then, you might remember a video I did on taking cuttings from a succulent planter that I had on the patio table. Well, I overwintered all of those cuttings under grow lights in the basement, and I have, look at this Burrows tail. Burrows tail, I have all kinds of look at that. I absolutely love succulents, and they are so low maintenance. I also have an unused bird bath, which was more or less a mosquito breeding ground. I just kind of forgot about it in the side yard, and I thought, what better way to make use of it than to turn it into a succulent planter? But in order to do that, I need to put some holes in it first, because if there's one thing that succulents cannot stand, it's poor drainage. So obviously the bird bath has no holes in it yet. So I'm gonna start off by putting a few pilot holes. I'm gonna do 4 holes total in this basin. Once I get the pilot hole started, I'm gonna follow it up with a 3/16 inch masonry bit to drill all the way through. So let's get started. Now, these are all those cuttings I was telling you about from that bowl that I had last summer. And so I've got plenty to fill this out. All right, my holes are in place, and now soil. So you want to pick up whatever succulent cactus mix soil you prefer. It has more grit in it, so it allows for better drainage. And like I mentioned, succulents love drainage. So if you're going to do something like this, you also want to make sure you locate it in a very sunny location. This is a southwest location just off of my patio. Full sun all day long. It should thrive. So the fun part now is going to be arranging all of these guys. This is just half of the cuttings that I took last fall. So I'd say they look pretty healthy, and I didn't have to spend a dime on it other than some soil when I potted them up and a little bit of time, but it's gonna be worth it. Now, when you're potting up any container really, something spilling over the side of it is always really attractive, and I think this Burrows tail is perfect for that effect. So I think I'm gonna put it right off the side right here. And I'm gonna have to take a little bit of soil off of this, because the nice thing about when you're planting succulents in a container, they don't really need a deep container. So I can take some of this soil off just to make sure that it fits in my planter. What you can also do too is this is going to be slightly mounded as well. It's going to have a really nice kind of arched effect. And that's okay with this type of planter because it also helps with drainage. You're just going to want to make sure that you do water it in well, but having it slightly mounded is not that big of a deal. And last but not least, I like to top the soil off with a little bit of pea gravel. It kind of helps to anchor the plants in place until they root in, and it looks really pretty. So I'm just going to top it off and then water it all in. Before I give you a close-up of how my planter turned out, and none of these are hardy to my zone, by the way. I'm a zone 6A. That's why I have to take cuttings of these guys and keep them under grow lights in the basement for the winter time. But I want to tell you a little bit about a succulent that is hardy to my zone. I believe it's hardy in zones 3 to 8. These are sempervivum, or what we would normally call hens and chicks. So this is a collection called Chick Charms from Chris Hansen out of, I believe he's out of Michigan. His company's Garden Solutions. And he's got this huge collection of the cutest hens and chicks. And the beauty of it is I don't have to take cuttings from these. I can leave them out in a sunny space, which is what I'm doing. I'm planting them between the cracks of my stepping stones here. And they've got the cutest names and the coolest color variations. So like Butterscotch Baby's one of them, Gold Rush, there's Chocolate Kiss, Autumn Apple. Look at the colors on that. So I am filling the cracks of the flagstone pathway here with all different kinds. And the unfortunate thing is I can never find the entire collection at one place. So I might stop at one garden center and they have 2 varieties, another garden center might have 2 other varieties. So it's kind of fun collecting them as I find them. And I will be loading up the stepping stone cracks with these really cute little sempervivum. And look at all the pups on them already. All right, now for that close-up. Here's the lead up. These are some of the Chick Charms. I have more to plant, and this is the final product. That is my planter. I'll give you the 360. Isn't that pretty? And I really love those little babies there. How pretty is that? All that's left to do now is water them in, keep an eye on them, water them only when they need it. So get in there and do the finger test. If it feels really dry, then you want to water them. And if you're looking for more inspiration or more reading, I interviewed a lady, a gardener, an author named Deborah Lee Baldwin many years ago for a magazine. And she was kind enough to send me a few of her books, and this was one of them, Succulent Container Garden. So if you're looking for more inspiration, I believe she published this in 2010. It's been around for a while, but it is an excellent source for pictures if you're looking for ideas or just more information. Definitely pick up Deborah's book here. And I hope you give this a try. That's such a fun thing to do and so many interesting colors and textures. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.